Love Money Tarot. It is hot AF here today. Hot, hot, hot. Hot in the city. Hot in the city. Hot in the city tonight. Let's see what's going on here. Love Money Tarot. And actually, oddly enough, Spirit wants a different deck to start with. Okay? So let's see what's going on here. Love Money Tarot. I'm using the filter. You guys are getting me post-therapy. And it was therapy, so there was crying. There's always crying in therapy. Kind of like they say there's no crying in baseball. When you have trauma, there's always crying in therapy. Okay? Love. Money. And let's get our card for tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what our underlying is here. Okay? 8 of air. And there's the 8 of earth. Oh my God, the 8 of water. Somebody here, 888, very important for you. This portal is going to be big. Okay? 8 of swords, 8 of pentacles, 8 of cups. The only thing here that is not here yet is the communication. I do feel like you are cutting yourself free from something. I do feel like you either have already walked away from something or you are like preparing to walk away from something. Could be job, could be love, right? Could be just a friendship. But that's going to be big for you. 888, okay? You might be seeing 888 all the time, or it's just talking about that portal is going to be really big for you. So love, okay? The dreamer, the fool, new beginnings. You are being protected in this transformation that you're going through in love. You either have something new that's taken place in your relationship, or you are seeking new love, or a new love has come into your connection. I feel like for some of you, it's almost like a rebirth that you're going through. And this rebirth is showing up. Spirit's saying, hold on. I am just now getting the name Trent. It could be New Jersey. It could be an actual name. Trenton. Tyler. All of this is coming through. So let's go ahead and see here. Okay, that was a specific for someone. I feel like there's a higher calling here of love, very soulmate-like energies. Okay, we've got the 3 of Wands in reverse. For some of you, you've been stagnant. You haven't been moving forward. You haven't been, I'm going to be using tarot and oracle, okay? I think that's what that says. I don't have my glasses on. Tuning into Spirit really is about, it's opening up the third eye in the crown. Some people are afraid to do that. You feel it in, some of us feel it in our body. I feel like a CPU gets like just put into my brain, and when it's gone, it's gone. I keep seeing a little black dot. So somebody might have like a very specific freckle or birthmark, okay? But you've been in stagnancy, perhaps with an emperor. Perhaps this is in terms of divine partner. Maybe you've had somebody that you had a very hefty spark with, but they really have not done anything to move forward. Like they haven't, like they're sitting, literally they're sitting on their ass and they've kind of burned down their whole life in the past, but they're not taking any action yet, okay? Yeah. They're waiting behind the moon. And so in this incident, what you're waiting for in the stagnation is, I just want to know. I want to know, what is the emotion? What is the plan? Where are we going? But I feel like whoever you're dealing with also is like, I don't know. I don't know, so I'm not doing anything. Okay? Two of Cups. Definitely soulmate energy here. You may be getting downloads about what they want to say that they're not saying. This is somebody that tries to control things, and I feel like you may be more of a talker. Okay, if this is resonating for you, you're more of the one that likes to speak up. Let's talk about things, rather than like, let's try to control it all. This person uses their mind more, so they could be more of an air sign, okay, or have a heavy air in their placement. Five of Swords, Empress in reverse. Somebody here, this may be the past energy, why it's been stagnant. Somebody may be just screwing themselves out of the love of a lifetime. And something new is about to show up for you. Okay. Yeah, astrology sometimes connects with the cards. I'm intuitive, so I'll only call out the astrology if Spirit guides me to that. Okay. Ace of Wands. There is action coming. Who it's going to come from is going to be dependent on your situation, as this is just a general. It could be the Emperor finally picking up that fire stick and coming to do something. It could be that this is new energy. I've got this Queen of Pentacles. So I do feel like whatever does come forward for you, whichever path it is, it opens up your heart chakra really wide. And you suddenly feel like you have something that you can plant into this future. If there's a third party in here, you're going to be surprised that I feel like third party energy is going to be dropped in order for you to have what you want and desire. This could be, somebody could be getting a divorce because of you. That doesn't always mean they're going to come forward though, okay? It doesn't. I've been there, done that, okay? Your higher self knows. Your higher self knows. If you are the one getting a divorce, your higher self knows that there's a purpose for it. If this is somebody that you've been waiting to say they're going to get divorced, there is a higher reason behind that. If they were getting a divorce before you ever met them, it was so they would be free when you walked into their life, okay? But there's a lesson here, and one that you do not see yet, okay? The lesson here is something about what you've manifested, okay? Do you want to tell us a little bit here about what you're manifesting in love that has to do with this, Spirit? Home. I think somebody wanted that answer. Empty house very quickly. Okay. Someone needed to hear that. But I feel like there's all these messages coming to your home. Your home could be just talking about the center of who you are. But what you're manifesting is about to land. And you're getting all of these beautiful messages from Spirit, okay? It reminds me, I was talking to this guy that I am seeing earlier, because I'm dating around, a single lady, okay? And he said that the Blue Jays have been showing up. Again, there's some joy on your manifestation. And I said, well, what are the Blue Jays trying to tell you? Because they have a message from your ancestors when they're showing up again and again and again. Okay? Yeah. I feel like you're seeing what's showing up for you in your dreams. If you are the divine masculine energy here, you're dreaming about your feminine energy showing up. If you are the divine feminine, you're calling in a higher divine masculine energy. And that's not male or female. We all have those energies within us, okay? It's heart space and mind space. So this is somebody that really I feel like they're gonna come in and take you places, right? Like this could be somebody with a green vehicle, okay? They're gonna take you places. They want to take you places, okay? The initiation was whatever happened to change the things in your home, whether it's your physical body or your home space. That was the change that was initiated. It really is coming in as this, okay? And it's coming in the divine timing, okay? The divine timing here is coming in. Underneath here, the underlying is the mystery. I do feel like your manifestation is going to come with the full moon, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's get a few sort of time-stamped energies here. Psyche. Whatever you are having the biggest fight with within your head, okay, that's keeping you held in stagnation is exactly what you're being guided by Spirit to make changes in, okay? Sun. Again, Leo season is going to be really big. 888 does not show up very often in a reading. That was huge. There is going to be some very big energies in Leo season, and this is about shedding the past. Look at that. We've got the serpent with the 8. Again, that is telling you 8th house, love, death, and taxes, okay? This is telling you that it is time for a big change, okay? It's time to shake things up. Eros in reverse, this is not that past soulmate, okay? For most of you, this is not a returning love, okay? Yeah, this is leaving someone from in the past, all right? And Neptune, that is coming into your upper heart chakra, right? Someone's communicating with a new energy here that's going to arrive in your home. This could be person, place, or thing. And this could be, I'm getting chills, like something that you're going to love immensely, okay? It feels like this is something that could arrive like where like it's really solidly in your life. Probably March to April, okay? Any love messages here, Spirit? From the past. Let's see what the past wants you to know. Love messages from the past, because I think some of you are really struggling with letting that go. Am I good enough for you? Okay. Someone has big insecurities. Okay. Could be you or them. But there's big insecurities that has kept one person, like if this is you, they gloated over you. Okay. In some ways. I'm trying to think of what I want to say to you. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with my promises. Spirit wants one more. I feel too much pressure now. Okay. Underlying, even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. This person never going to give you the closure probably that you want. That's your closure. Okay. What do you need to know here about the emotionality that you're feeling in the situation? Okay. You're going to be shocked in how happy you're going to be on the other side of this. I think you're probably a little self-conscious, a little uncomfortable in your own skin. And Spirit's saying that will change when you are with the right person. The right person just makes you feel like you're embodied, because it is an embodiment of energy. Okay? You'll be thankful for the changes, but you're not going to be happy with the pace. The pace is going to be slower than you want. Okay? So that's because you got some healing to do. All right? So just be with it. Can you give them something to work on, Spirit, here in terms of the healing? Yeah. You were with someone, most likely, if you resonated with the soulmate energy of someone that liked to control things, okay? You may then, in turn, try to control your next situation. I'm not allowing the expansive emotions that you make me feel, okay? This is from my Mindset Unicorn Oracle deck, okay, the Alchemy of Love. And that's why things are being delayed a little bit. That's why Spirit's delaying things a little bit. Today's not the day. They're saying, we want you to work on yourself. We want you to work through some of this trauma that you've gone through so you can flow in the situation, okay? You need to bring back a little bit of a layer of play in everything, okay? I'm going to pull a few cards for signs, timestamps of new love now, Spirit. Autumn. Okay. A feminine energy here, resting, waiting for money, waiting for love, abundance to show up. Okay, could just be speaking to somebody with a fall birthday, or they show up in the fall. Again, there's summer. I feel like that Leo season is when the heart starts to really grow and evolve and be more open and vulnerable and transparent. Some of you today, this was the sign that you needed. Okay, Spirit saying this is what you needed. This was your sign. They want you to stay in present moment and look at what you've been given before you move ahead. Right? Because once you start moving and your emotions start flowing, everything's going to fall into place. Okay? Again, that full moon, the information you got before about the full moon, 2 weeks here, is where things start to blossom into Cancer season. Could be Cancer coming into your life. But that's when things, I think, start to slowly bloom. All right? Let's go ahead and look at money. Okay? Wise counselor. There's that Ace of Wands. So somebody here might be about to learn something new. This could be spiritual. This could just be going back to school, or something, having an opportunity at work where you're going to take the creative lead. It feels very powerful. You're just taking a lot of actions in your life. Okay, so tell me more about this, Spirit. Thank you. Again, Ace of Pentacles. This could be bringing new money. It could be hard at first. You might have to be very resilient until they are showing me here when the blooms first start, which is in the spring. So March, April, May, you may have to be frugal a little bit until then, or deal with a little overwork until then. But I feel like you're already looking ahead. You already know that. Three of Swords crossing the Two of Swords. The unhappiness is in the fact that you just don't know. Like, there's a lot you don't know going into this. And that's a challenge. This together becomes a 5. And we've got 15 and we've got 51. Okay, I think you're going to love what you're going to come up with. 5115 could be your angel number. But Spirit is saying here that, you know, you have to just take it one step at a time. Okay. The Star. Again, I feel like you are dreaming about a happy place. Dreaming about the things that you want, that you're calling into your life. Some of you have held yourself back by overthinking a lot of that. And, you know, it's funny because the card specifically here with the flower buds, generally they tell me 2 weeks. But again, I feel like for some of you, this is something that's going back to this last spring, this last April, if you're not in the northern hemisphere, where you clung to something, almost like trying to tie it up to yourself because you didn't really believe that you had the abilities to move yourself forward. Like you were discounting yourself. Like Spirit's showing me like those Walmart like rollbacks. They're like, you were not showing your true value. Okay? There's some healing that you had to go through. Some of this has to do with some abandonment issues that caused you a lot of sadness, a lot of pain, and you do still carry it. 10 of Wands. You're still carrying some sort of burden, but you hide that stuff quite deeply, okay? And it makes you question everything in your life. Like, I'm getting these major downloads right now where Spirit's just like, you just question so much. You don't really believe in yourself in the way that you should. They're showing me tacos, so if you had tacos today, or you're planning on having tacos, there's something specific in this message that is really for you. Doesn't mean the message is not for the rest of you, okay? When you heal, everything else grows, okay? Your money becomes more abundant, your happiness becomes more abundant, but you've got to do the healing work, and then it's like nothing but golden lies ahead. And this is probably why you're getting some really wise mentorship. If it's not from like tarot readers like myself, you probably have someone that's mentoring you a little bit, okay? This could be somebody that's really wise for their age. Could have some Pisces in their chart, Spirit's telling me. Okay, or that's just somebody that's helping you, 12th house, to end things and move forward. But keep doing the work. Keep speaking your truth. Keep asking for what you're worth. because it is going to show up, but it won't if you don't ask, okay? When you abandon yourself, you kind of like distance yourself from what you are seeking. Yeah, you block yourself and then you have to work harder. And some of you have been doing that, blocking yourself and working harder than you need to. And the lesson here is that they're not smarter than you, okay? They may be a bigger asshole than you, but they're not smarter than you. And some of these people that have taught you to speak down to yourself, you've called friends, and they have not been being good friends to you. Okay, so learn to speak your truth. I feel like you're on your way up, okay? King of Pentacles there. Let's get a few little cards here, Spirit. Okay. Again, Scorpio in reverse. Some of you are not going to get there until you're ready to leave things in the past. And this, again, could have been since last Aries season. You kind of flip-flop first quarter moon on what it is that you want. What does the inner bitch inside of you want? Okay, that's Lilith. Lilith in your chart is that inner, screw everyone, I'm bad, I'm going to do what I want, I know what I want. I have a double Gemini Lilith, my dark moon Lilith. So she wants to speak. She wants to have that communication. All right. Maybe you're seeking happiness. Happiness with your body, happiness with your life, happiness with your lover. But you can't get there unless you start speaking up for yourself. Okay? Again, you could be dealing with an authority figure that is guiding you in the wrong direction, and Spirit's telling you to listen to this, maybe even that Piscean energy is your inner child, saying, listen to me, you're more than this, okay? Capricorn, the 8th house. Someone's going to help you. There is some help coming. Partnership could be a Capricorn. It could just be talking to, it's almost like deep healing to help you start moving yourself through this ending, okay? But again, there's the communication. You can't shed things if you don't speak up. All right? So Tarot, Love Money Tarot. The Magician and the 9 of Fire. What action are you going to take to unblock your life? What action are you going to take to leave the past behind and to move forward? Okay? Sorry. They're going to bark for a minute. They're going to bark for a minute. Okay. What action are you taking? Again, challenging all these different areas of your life. Okay? Spirit's saying, you're on the precipice of massive change. Everything in your life is going to change. If you're resonating with this part right here, you're on this huge space of changing. Okay? And you're getting the downloads to prove it. Your head is tingling. Okay? You're like having strange dreams. You're looking at the clouds and seeing imagery. You've got some crow that keeps following you around, right? Spirit's giving you messages. It's coming to you because I'm feeling a huge expanded crown chakra. You know, if this speaks to you, I'm getting chills. You know that is true, okay? Will it be successful? Absolutely. Triumphant. Angel number 77. Releasing karma. Spirit says winning. Some of you need to know that you're going to win, okay? Because you've got the spiritual strength behind you. You've got the power of the angels behind you. This one's giving me major chills, guys. And it's hotter than shit here, so there's no reason for me to have chills. Okay. The only thing stopping you has been your own, like, negative self-talk. And 777, angel number 777. You may have a very important person in your life that has a July birthday that may have passed, that's speaking to you right now and is saying, I'm still there with you. I'm still powering through with you. Okay? Stand up, rise up, be triumphant. Okay? Yeah. I think that this is someone that's sending you messages from afar. Okay? I do feel like they've passed over. And you're getting these intuitive hits from them. And they're saying, keep following what's in your heart and soul. We're sending you these knowings. You know the direction you're going. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Keep going ahead. Okay? This is someone that holds deep love for you. Angel number 222. Angel number 222 is my Divine Lovers card. It could be coming from their higher self as well. Just because you have a divine lover in this lifetime doesn't mean you're going to stay with them. Okay? But the higher self is always with you. Yeah. Okay? You've changed your destiny. But the destiny that you're in now, the timeline that you're in now, there's so much spiritual power that's backing you. And this is what is like holding you up for this new beginning. Okay? This is exactly what is taking you into the new. Yeah. The overthinking about the ending, the overthinking about moving into a new energy, that's what's keeping you stuck. You're going round and round, okay? Now, when we go around the cycle of life the one way, we're in a karmic energy. When we go around the other way, we're in a new energy. You get to decide, are you going to redo a cycle, or are you going to go into a brand new, never been dealt with energy in your life path? You get to choose that, okay? But if you're wondering about this person that's not choosing you, there's a reason they're not choosing. There's something being hidden. And I think you probably already know that. And you're moving forward because of that, okay? Or you're stuck in stagnation because you're stuck in fear. Does the past have feelings for you? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is this an emotional loss that you might be feeling? Absolutely. But don't you want your love and happiness to be overflowing? Because that's what Spirit's trying to give you here. Okay? But they're saying, you gotta move. You gotta move. You can't stay in the stagnancy. You have to move. Okay? Advice moving forward, Spirit, thank you. Knight of Wands. Follow what lights you up, okay? Follow what makes you feel happy, makes your heart beat in the most beautiful way, okay? You're the only one that can unlock the key to get out of all of the like loss that you're feeling. You may not feel you're ready. If this is someone that you are no longer with or someone that's passed, they're showing me like a blanket. It could be a coat, right, or a hoodie. You may have something of theirs that you cling to. But they're like, choose. Do you go back or do you go forward? Because forward is happiness. And that's where Spirit is guiding you to. But you just don't know which way you want to go yet. And you know what? That's okay. That's fully okay. After I separated from my ex, I took like a year before I dated. The first date, I dated some guy. It was fun for about 3 weeks, and I was like, shit, I'm not ready for this. And then I stopped dating. And then I started dating again. And then, you know, when I talked to this guy on the phone a bunch, and when we finally met in person, I was like, I'm not ready for this crap. So I stopped dating. I'm ready for it now, and I'm enjoying it. But you'll know when you're ready. The cards can't tell you. Your heart is the only thing that can tell you if you're ready. Okay? Some of you are wondering, am I ever going to have divine love? Am I ever going to get married again? 11-11. You will. And you're probably going to start seeing 11-11 when this starts showing up in your life. Okay? This could happen in October for some of you, because they are showing me 10, or somebody that has an October birthday. This might be coming in at the same time that the past shows back up. Choose your poison. Do you want the new heart that's opened up, or do you want the old toxicity? Okay? Because they may be like, I'm showing you new colors, but whatever their struggle was, whatever their addiction, person, place, or thing, they're still carrying it. Okay? One last card here on that, Spirit. Thank you. Again, you know what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. But you're the only one that can choose when you're ready to bring your heart back out and let your heart lead the way. Okay? Let's pull some cards from my Mindset and Affirmation deck. Again, what lights your fire? That's the key in this. When she awoke, the world was on fire. Okay? That's the heart, the she. Okay? Again, Leo season could be big for some of you. Moreover, once the sun remains stationary, whatever appears as a motion of the sun is due rather to the motion of the earth. So when you start seeing that, it's because you're moving in the 3D, in the reality. You're moving forward. Okay? And it's because you're finally in your heart. When our heart is open, everything we do becomes love. Okay? Beautiful energies. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click on the little information to find out more about me. You can find me at lightcreate.com, mindsetunicorn.me. I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm on IG. My IG is the most fun. So if you see Mindset Unicorn on IG, come hang out. All right? Love you guys, and I will see you later.